18th District Chicago Police Department. I would also like to thank Chief Locke of the Chicago Fire Department, who, without always assists the Chicago Police Department in any endeavor. Today, I want to share a heroic story of one of our fine young officers who saved the life of a woman in the water today on a distress call. Without further ado, I'm going to allow Joanna Tice of the Chicago Police Department, 18th District police officer, tell a heroic story where she risked her own life to save a citizen of Chicago. Without further ado, Joanna Tice.
Hello everyone, my name is Joanna Tice. Today around 5:30, 5:40, we got a call of a female in the water, a Marine call. All the officers showed up on scene, me along with other beats, and when we arrived, we had parked our vehicles right over there by Castaways, and we saw a bunch of other officers at the end of the pier over there. So they were trying to wave the lady in, calling her for her to start moving around a little bit to get closer. So me and my partner, we started running. We got picked up by a squad car to be able to get closer. Once we approached, I right away was thinking, like, is anybody going to be jumping in? Because we knew the Marine unit was on their way. So then one of my coworkers comes up to me, and I started taking off my vest because I saw another officer had his vest off, and I said, I think I'm able to swim to her. I used to take swimming lessons thanks to my mom and all the summer camps she signed me up for, so I was very confident that I was going to be able to reach her. So then me and all the other officers were talking, saying that let's wait a few minutes, maybe the Marine unit is closer. I already had my vest off, my duty belt, my shoes. I was waiting like at the edge. And then when we called in for an ETA for the Marine unit, they said that they're 4 minutes out. So 4 minutes is a long time. The lady, I believe, was out there for 15 to 20 minutes already. So I decided that it's time for me to jump in. I looked at one of my coworkers. We signaled to each other. I jumped in, started swimming towards her. Halfway, I started to really get tired, but I heard my coworkers in the back telling me, like, keep going, keep going. So I switched to another swimming position, and then I kept looking up. I wasn't able to see her, and I felt like she was like so far away. But then at one point I finally saw her, and she's like, please help me, please help me. I approached her. I like reached out my hand towards her, and then I wrapped my arm around her, and for a second she went under the water, but I was able to pick her up and hold on to her, and I told her, please stay calm. That way I can stay calm and everything will be okay. The boat is on their way. And luckily within like a minute, the Marine unit showed up and they were able to gather us. Once we got on the boat, she laid down, I put her on my lap, and she was telling me, even in the water, thank you for saving my life, I love you. She kept repeating that over and over again. I was so relieved. That made me so like happy that I like helped her out, and she was so grateful. On the boat, she was also saying the same things, and then we were able to sit up in the boat, and she put her head like on my shoulder. I was holding her hand, and I was just talking to her about her family, like if she has any siblings, to try to keep her awake. And she was just saying over and over again about how happy she is that I saved her life, and about how much she loves me, and it was a really great moment. That was probably like the best moment in my career, and I'm really happy I was able to be there. And like I said, thanks to my mom again for all the swimming lessons she put me through, that I was able to swim out to her. So it was a great day.
This is Chief Locke from Chicago Fire Department. Need to commend the officer that did a great job on this rescue out there. It was quick timing. The fire department's boat was able to respond in a orderly fashion into these conditions and help assist with everything that happened on there. Nice job.
And just lastly, I just want to articulate, this is just one example of Chicago Police and Chicago Fire working together to save lives on our beach as we enter this summer season. And I just want to thank Joanna again for risking her life to save a citizen. Great job, Joanna. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did she slip and fall? Did she say how she got out there? Or?
No, I don't know the details of that. A caller called it in. I believe he was jogging, or he was nearby.
It was a service call. It was a service call for a woman in distress. The exact details are being investigated by the Marine unit as we speak.
Was there any video?
Yes, this rescue was captured by our Chicago Police pod cameras. and it shows how heroic Joanna was in jumping into the lake at risk of her own life to save another. It's a fantastic video.
Is there any way to get hold of the video?
We'll contact News Affairs to get that to you, sir.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thanks.
Thank you all for coming.